we have some time. We've got about 40 minutes before the show, so that's what I'm doing right now. But George has been kind enough to come on this show to present some perspectives that I think need to be heard. We're talking about the anxiety of reproduction, the anxiety of having to deal with decisions and make a possible change in lifestyle as you step up in your phases of life. And George here and I are going to do the best we can in 30 minutes to entertain and inspire and provoke some kind of, change hopefully in our demographic is especially the young people ages, late teens to mid-30s or something like that, I think, which is where I am at. I never get service out of these people. Actually, Bart, he is one of the best. Finally, get a hold of this, get ready to go for this show. Every time I do pre-production setup for hours sometimes, it always comes down to the wire. I do not know why. I think I adjust my biological clock just to mess up right at the last 10 minutes or something like that. So we got about 10 minutes before the show.
That you can give me a little EQ on that, kind of like push the treble and decrease the bass about like that. If that's the mic I'm on, then that would be good. That would be good for me.
Okay. You're on number 2, I think.
No, I put it in 1. Okay. Yeah. Let's check it out for a level here. Testing 1 2. Test test test. Testing 1 2. Test test test.
Sounds good.
Sounding good. Okay. All right. We're good to go.
I may or may not get that thing to work right, but otherwise we'll play it by ear.
Okay.
No pun intended.
5 4 3 2 1.
Initially, Sacrebleu was the birth child of an aesthetic show that I had called Gepalbashem produced last year. And the intention of this show was to help other producers to improve the look, the content, the aesthetics of the show. I realized about halfway through that I could not just keep going. I needed something more engaging, a new look, a new style that would grab people as they were clicking on the television and they say, what in the heck is this? What is this gorilla man? He's up here, this French pervert. And I said, okay, that's it. Bam, baby, we started. So I play Arabic music. I want to have a variety show. Unfortunately, I got a hold of some great music. I got a hold of some great guests to begin with, developing a persona that is appropriate, I think, for this show. It's a 1920s style show, Sacrebleu, which means, by the way, it means holy cow or something stronger in French. And you see a woman, the other woman, beautiful, motherly, awesome-looking woman, attractive in every way. Not, not some kind of slinky, disgusting, sexual woman. We're talking about something that looks wholesome.
Saul invited me to exchange appearances on each other's shows a few weeks ago by email. He thought that marriage and family would be a good topic to tackle since I am pretty consistent in my coverage of those kind of issues on the live call-in shows that I do. I talk often about abortion, how it should be outlawed, and moral issues, because I think it's just really a great problem in our country now. It probably always has been.
My thinking about having George on the show was a bet with myself in some way that we could find the common ground despite the fact that we have some differences. There is some powerful things that could come out of this discussion.
Well, you have to examine why do people get married, or why should they get married? Personally, for me, I think if it wasn't for sex, there would be no reason for people to get married. I mean, we can be friends. We don't have to marry all our friends. But if you want to have, those kind of relations with the opposite sex, then it should be the Christian teaching, at least, is that it should be done in the context of marriage. So I think that should be a huge factor in that decision. In the context of a marriage.
And it is a central thing. It's a thing where you want the whole package. If what life is telling me so far is that I'm looking for the whole package, basically, if I'm looking for anything at all. But it is that as you say, there are some central things that many religious people, conservative people will say, no, we are friends, we work together as a spiritual unit, we do this and that is all very well true. But I appreciate the fact that you talk about the sexual component as being very much a part, and for you,
It's innovative the way he approaches his program and presents it in this false persona, this alter ego of his, perhaps. And I think that's just fine. I mean, if he wants to wear a Wookiee suit, a fuzzy bear guy, fine. It doesn't matter what his motivation is to me. I think it's quite acceptable. As long as he's having fun with it, I think that will translate to the audience as well. That the spirit of joie de vie, I don't know French very well, but this love of life, I think will translate from Saul to his audience. When he's having fun, we're having fun listening to him and watching him.
All right. Oof. Georgie boy, that was incredible. I love that hat. I want to say thank you very much, my good friend. My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
In the meantime, I'm still absolutely improving the show. I'm still working out the kinks. I'm running this thing myself. Believe it or not, when you see cuts back and forth, that's me running. You don't necessarily need a crew. Of course, it is more crude if you are, by yourself, but it's something that is very fulfilling. I go in pumped, I come out pumped. Sometimes I cannot sleep, and Monday mornings are not bad for me at work. Ah, yes.